Working remotely from home can feel more like living at work. So how do you prevent burnout? In this video, I'm going to show you 3 simple things that you can start doing tomorrow to prevent burnout while working remotely from home. Thank you for taking a moment to watch this. My name is Mike Veny and welcome to my channel. On this channel, you will find peace of mind through original mental wellness tips, proven diversity and inclusion strategies, and so much more. Again, if you're new, welcome, and I invite you to click that subscribe button and that little alert bell so you can be the first to know when a new video comes out. Throughout 2020, I have been getting hired by different companies to deliver mental health in the workplace presentations, and one of the things that clients have wanted me to address is burnout. And so I am going to give you a small snippet of some of the most important components of preventing it, and hopefully you can use those in your own life and prevent burnout. The first one is very simple. It's to set boundaries around both your schedule and your workspace. I am a master at this because I was working at home before everyone was working from home. And in fact, I would even use what I'm about to share with you in hotel rooms when I traveled. I make it a point to start work and end work at the same time every day. So no matter what's happening in life, 9 a.m. I have to start, and 6 p.m. I'm done. And by the way, I work for myself, so I work for the toughest boss you could ever work for. But it's really important because it gives me a sense of consistency. And I have this ritual that I do. When I'm done with the workday, I actually slide my chair under my desk to let me know that the workday's over. There's something about that ritual that really gets work out of my head at that point. So it's important to have rituals both to start your workday and end your workday and really establish those boundaries around the schedule and stick to it. Again, we are living at work, as I said in the beginning of this video, so it's really hard to stick to a schedule when work is right there and you can just work whenever. But really important to do to prevent burnout. Also, with your workspace, I make it a point to keep everything off my desk that's not work related. Now, moment of transparency, I live in New York City, in a New York City sized apartment, and my desk is right in the center. So it's really important that I'm intentional about keeping things off of it, and sometimes I fail at that because you come home and put a bunch of stuff on the desk that you just purchased or whatever. But in my case, I really make it a point to separate work from home life by keeping things off my desk. So it's really important to establish these things because psychologically, they give you the boundaries you need to separate work from home. Really important. Number 2 is my favorite. Self-care. Being extra vigilant about self-care. So if you've followed my videos, you know that I talk about self-care, and I want to break down what I mean by self-care for those of you who might not know. First of all, when we talk about self-care, we're not talking about going to the spa and putting cucumbers on your eyes and I don't know, whatever happens at the spa. We're talking about activities that are intentional in your growth and taking care of you. Some of those activities might be journaling, exercise, prayer, meditation, whatever it is for you. There are activities that you can do for your own self-care. And most people naturally know what those are. For me, it's meditation. That's something that I do. In fact, during the pandemic, something that's gotten me through 2020 is meditating twice a day for 20 minutes and doing yin yoga at night for at least 3 minutes. And I have to do that to help me release my anxiety, stuff like that. So getting those 2 meditation sessions in and the yin yoga at night. Now sometimes I completely fail at that. Sometimes it just does not happen. But for the most part, I'm pretty good at it. And it's been one of the things that's been keeping me very level-headed as I've been navigating working from home remotely in 2020 with all the other things happening in 2020. So really important during this time to be extra vigilant about self-care. Now, important, there's a difference between self-care and escape activities. I have to bring this up because a lot of times people think, oh, I'll just play video games or watch Netflix. Those things are fine to do, but those are escape activities, meaning you just escape from work. Even social media is an escape activity, although that can also cause mental health challenges nowadays looking at it. But it's really important to know that distinction between escape activities and self-care. I cover more of that in my book, Transforming Stigma, How to Become a Mental Wellness Superhero. But I'd love to hear from you. What is your favorite self-care activity? Like, what is your most favorite one of all time? I want to know that, so please leave a comment below and let me know. And I look at all the comments, so chances are, whatever you say, I might actually steal and start doing for myself, and it might become my favorite. Who knows? So please leave a comment below. The third thing that you can do to prevent burnout while working remotely from home is get out of the house. Yep, get out of the house. Moment of truth this morning. So did some self-care, and a lot of anxiety was coming up because of things I had to do, like record this video and some other things. And so before I started working, I made it a point to go outside in the New York fall weather and get some air and see the leaves, and that helped center me so I could come to work. So it's really important that you are intentional about that. I know many people who tell me they haven't been out of the house in weeks sometimes. Really important to make it a point to get out. And guess what? You can also do some self-care, like going for a walk or walking with a friend and having a conversation and socially distancing as you do it. So think about that. So just to review, the 3 things that you can do to prevent burnout while working at home remotely is: number 1, establish clear boundaries with both your schedule and your workspace. Number 2, be extra vigilant about self-care. And number 3, get out of the house. So now that you know how to prevent burnout while working from home, what about all this uncertainty that we're living in? Well, I have created a course called How to Find Peace in Times of Uncertainty, and I invite you to enroll today. You can click the link in the description below and that will take you there. This course has a lot of material to help you with stress, anxiety, and loneliness. Next, be sure to check out my video on workplace mental health strategies. If you liked this video, please click that like button and share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.